This is nothing against my roommate. This is about her mom. Let's spill some tea. Hi, hello, shalom. My name is Haley Beckel and my two front teeth are getting a divorce. My retainer broke and I can't get it fixed for a month, so I'll probably look like Michael Strahan by the end of this. Anyways, today we are going to be spilling a little bit of tea, college roommate tea, if you will. As a disclaimer, I am not someone who really likes to spill the tea. I more so like to listen to the tea. Like, I don't like to talk bad about people. I like to listen to it. Anyways, a friend of mine, shout out to you, Grace, told me that I should tell this story because it's pretty crazy, pretty bizarre. So without further ado, let's get into the story. So my sophomore year of college, I move into a new apartment and it's like the first week. We're all getting along well. I think the roommates are gonna be fine. I had some bad roommate experiences beforehand, but I was like, this is fine. We're starting over, new people. This is great. I wake up one morning and I hadn't heard from my roommate at all. One of my roommates, one of the three, and she hadn't come home. And when I woke up, I got a message on my phone. It was from her phone number, but it said, "Hi, this is her mom. I just wanted to let you know that she got hit by a car last night and is in the hospital." And I'm like, oh my God, is she okay? Is she dead? What's going on? So then I like come outside and I like talk to my other roommates and they're like, I don't know, we got the same message. And I'm like, okay. So I respond, I'm like, if you need anything, please let me know. I hope she's okay. And then a couple hours later, I get a phone call. It's from her mom. And her mom is like, hey, we're outside, we're back from the hospital, we need to get inside. So I rush downstairs, I let them in, and when I see my roommate, she has a neck brace on, her arm is broken, she can't really walk, she's like, clearly she's beat up. And then I try to help them as much as I can. I kept emphasizing, if there's anything you need, I will do it for you. You know, how can I make this easier? So I let them in, help her get inside everything, and I'm talking to them, making sure everything is fine. Because she got hit by a car and she had broken her arm, fractured her neck, she needed some assistance. And her mom ended up staying with us. And that is perfectly fine, you know? Like, you got hit by a car. Her mom's staying with us and a week goes by and you're like, okay, that's fair. It's been a week. She clearly still needs her mom, you know? She's recovering, but she's still not doing well. It's not like she can go do anything on her own. Her arm is broken. Then a week turns into a month and a month turns into 3 months. And that turns into 4 months. And at this point, her mom had overstayed her welcome. It would have been fine. You know, it would have been fine if her mom was not a child. Again, this is nothing against my roommate. This is about her mom. So her mom didn't have any classes or anything to go to, so she would just lay on the couch all day and watch Grey's Anatomy. And she would text on her phone, loudly talk on the phone, be like Snapchatting. It was very odd. And I was just like living my life, whatever, you know, letting it happen because I was like, she's helping her daughter. You know, she doesn't have anything else to do. I can't see why not. This is fine, you know? And she would watch TV through all hours of the night, full volume, TV's next to my bedroom, and I just hear Grey's Anatomy. I could quote the episodes for you. It got to a certain point with her being messy, loud, and later on, she wasn't really helping her daughter anymore. When we got to that more so like 3-month mark, her daughter was able to take care of herself. It was very clear, like they were going out and partying together. So I think she's fine. If she can go drink, she's fine. She doesn't need you. And I'm just like, So we start asking. I tried to get my roommates together and I'm like, let's find out when she's gonna leave. So we start asking her and we're like, so when are you gonna leave? And she would keep giving us excuses and being like, oh, you know, soon. She still has some x-rays that need to get done. She still has a couple more doctor's appointments, and we're like, okay, so when's the next doctor's appointment? She would be like, in a month. Okay, so another month goes by and she's still there. They went to all their doctor's appointments. So we're like, so when are you gonna head out? When are you gonna leave? And she's like, oh, you know, soon. Basically, this woman was becoming a freeloader. My fourth roommate, fifth person in a apartment made for 4 people, and she was just making a mess and watching TV all day. It was a vacation for her, but she wasn't paying rent. I was paying rent. My roommates were paying rent. It had nothing to do with her. So I was like, why are you still here? Also, maybe if it wasn't just her mom, like it was the dog too. When the mom was there, the dog was there as well. And as I said, the dog had fleas and the dog had terrible anxiety. Separation anxiety. And this is not, I'm not saying that this dog had, like, it's the dog's fault. No, absolutely not. The dog was a rescue. When they would leave to go out to party, to go do stuff, whatever, I don't know, sometimes they would leave, and the dog would cry constantly, like whine, bark, scream. And there's nothing I can do. The door to her room is locked. I can't get to this poor creature who also happens to have fleas. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I just have to endure it. It got to a point where I was like, this woman has been with us for 4 months. I can't deal with this anymore. So I go to management and I'm like, hey, so, you know, one of my roommates' moms has been living with us for the past 4 months. Is that legal per se? And they're like, no, the maximum number of days that a person can stay with you is 5. And that's, you know, like not even consecutive days. Consecutive days is 3. Oh, so she's been with us for way too long, you're saying. So this violates the lease, you're saying. The agreement that we signed, a contract. And she's like, yes. So can you do something about that? And the manager called them, tried to get a hold of the mom. Mom wouldn't answer, so she left her a message and she was like, you need to get out. And guess what? The mom doesn't leave. So I cut back from class one day. I'm like, okay, management, it's been handled. Everything is fine. They're gonna take care of it because I'm too afraid to talk to the mom myself. I'm very non-confrontational. I'm like a little child that's afraid of authority figures, even if it's a mom that acts like a teenager. Anyway, so I come back from class one day. It's a long day of class, you know, I'm tired. And I open the door. Guess who's on the couch? Guess who's watching Grey's Anatomy max volume? The mom. I come in and I'm like, okay, she was supposed to be gone. What's going on? Maybe she's gonna leave in a minute. I'll just, you know, it's fine. So I come in, I shut the door, and the mom turns her head. She looks at me. Then she turns back to the TV and she turns it up. It's already at max volume. Even just tries to turn it up even more. And I'm like, how petty are you? Your daughter is fine. She's clearly okay on her own. She doesn't need you anymore. But I just was like, okay. So I go in my room and I'm like, what am I gonna do? I go back to management that same day. I tell them what happened and they're like, all right, we're gonna enforce it. We're gonna get somebody and we're gonna force her out. And they did. And she left. But a couple months later, she returns. She makes her return. She was banned from the apartment. She was not allowed to come back. But she came back with her husband and her other daughter and the dog. And they stayed with us for a weekend. As I told you, before it was 5 people. Now it's what? 6, 7, technically 8, including the dog. So it's like 7 to 8 people now in this apartment that is made for 4 people. They were now twice as loud, twice as petty, twice as messy. And I was like, I had to literally leave. Like, I just could not handle it. They eventually left, you know. It was on a weekend, so I can't go to management. I can't be like, oh my God, the woman that you banned is back and she brought the rest of her family. So I had to let that happen. Again, I probably can blame myself for being so non-confrontational, that maybe if I had spoken to my roommate and been like, but I didn't want to offend her, but maybe if I had talked to her and been like, your mom has been here for a really long time and she's kind of disrupting the peace that we have here. Could you possibly have a talk with her? Maybe see if she could, you know, tone it down a little bit if she's gonna stay here with us for 4 months. But yeah, that's it. I moved out of there. I'm done with that. I'm in a different place now. I haven't seen her, and if I did see her, I probably would have a heart attack because I am terrified of that woman. And that is it for now. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. If you did not enjoy this, please let me know. If you have any other really crazy roommate experiences, any stories, please let me know. I want to know. Like I said, give me the tea. I won't spill it. Bye-bye.